I never liked the idea of setting a goal. Whenever I try to do this, I find myself in an anxious and intense state and mood. Instead, I was always trying to figure out things I could do every day that will guarantee success in the future. And that's the definition of system over goals. But I didn't know this at the time. But after reading Scott Adams' book, How to Fail at Almost Everything and Still Win Big, I found out about this productivity philosophy. He introduced this incredible concept in chapter 6. And in this video, I'm going to share what I learned from reading that part of the book. A goal is a specific objective that you either achieve or don't sometime in the future. A system is something you do on a regular basis that increases your odds of happiness in the long run. And if you do something every day, it's a system. If you're waiting to achieve it someday in the future, it's a goal. Goals are reach it and be done situation, whereas a system is something you do on a regular basis with reasonable expectation that doing so will get you to a better place in life. Systems have no deadlines. There's no finish line, as David Goggins said. For example, if your goal is to lose 10 pounds, you will spend every moment until you reach the goal. If you reach it at all, feeling as if you were short of your goal all the time. In other words, goal-oriented people exist in a state of nearly continuous failure that they hope will be temporary. That feeling wears on you. In time, it becomes heavy and uncomfortable. It might even drive you out of the game. If you achieve your goal, you celebrate and feel terrific, but only until you realize you just lost the thing that gives you purpose and direction. Your options are to feel empty and useless, perhaps enjoying the spoils of your success until they bore you, or set new goals and re-enter the cycle of permanent pre-success failure. System people succeed every time they apply their system, in the sense that they did what they intended to do. The goals people are fighting the feeling of discouragement at each turn. The system people are feeling good every time they apply their system. That's a big difference in terms of maintaining your personal energy in the right direction. Successful people are system-oriented. If you study people who succeed, you will see that most of them follow systems, not goals. When goal-oriented people succeed in big ways, it makes news and it makes an interesting story. That gives you a distorted view of how often goal-driven people succeed. When you apply your own truth filter to the idea that systems are better than goals, consider only the people you know personally. If you know some extra successful people, ask some probing questions about how they got where they did. I think you will find the system at the bottom of it all. The system versus goals model can be applied to most human endeavors. In the world of dieting, losing 20 pounds is a goal, but eating right is a system. In the exercise realm, running a marathon in under 4 hours is a goal, but exercising daily is a system. In business, making $1 million is a goal, but being a serial entrepreneur is a system. The first example is a businessman Scott Adams met in a flight, a CEO of a company that made screws. He said that every time he got a new job, he immediately started looking for a better one. For him, job seeking was not something one did when necessary. It was an ongoing process. This makes perfect sense if you do the math. Chances are the best job for you won't become available at precisely the time you declare yourself ready. Your best bet, he explained, was to be always looking for the better deal. The better deal has its own schedule. The way he explained it is that your job is not your job. Your job is to find a better job. Consider also Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Facebook. It's apparent that his system for success involved studying hard, getting extraordinary grades, going to a top college, in this case Harvard, and developing a skill set with technology that virtually guaranteed riches in today's world. As it turns out, his riches came quickly through the explosive growth of Facebook. But had that not worked out, he would likely to be a millionaire through some other startup or just by being a highly paid technical genius for an existing corporation. Zuckerberg's system was almost guaranteed to work. Another profound example is Warren Buffett's system that involves buying undervalued companies and holding them forever, or at least until something major changes. That system has been a winner for decades. Compare that with individual investors who buy stock because they expect to go up 20% in the coming year. That's a goal, not a system. And not surprisingly, individual investors generally experience worse returns than the market average. That's basically the idea of system over goals in a nutshell. I recommend reading Scott Adams' book to learn more about this productivity principle plus other cool ideas. It is really a great book. I read it once and I'm reading it for the second time. I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching and don't forget to share with me in the comments your system.